Snop-Snips. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the DDR podcast. This is your host, David De Rosario, coming in for episode 7. What? You already know what's going on and what's popping. Glad to have you here. Glad you could join us. You know how it bees in the trap. First of all, before we go ahead and fire things up, want to thank everybody that has been watching and everybody that has been listening to this podcast whenever they get a chance, okay? Also, want to give a big shout out to my peeps, the lovelies in the green room, the one, the only, Amarilli. You already know. Gonna go ahead and let you know that you could follow us, okay, on social media. Yeah, you could do that, okay? You could grab your phone, go on your computer, figure something out, okay, where you could go ahead and follow me at David Funny Stuff. You could also follow Anne-Marie at Anne-Marie Lee Comedy, okay, on the Twitter, the Facebook, or the Instagrams. Now, just to let you know, also, all we do here is comedy. All we do is bring joy to the peeps, okay? That's all we want to do here. So before we go ahead and let you know, we got some shows popping off, okay? Just to give you an FYI, June 6th, going to be at the Ha Ha Comedy Club, okay, out there in the West Coast. Also going to be at Brea Improv, June 13th. Also going to be doing Turn Up Tuesdays, June 25th with my dude, Chris Kane. Looking forward to that. So go ahead and check out those shows as they are coming around the corner. Also, we have merch. Get your polar bear titties, okay? They're flying off the racks. Make sure you DM me. Make sure you go ahead and get them because they're amazing. Now, let's begin, okay? We got a lot to discuss, lots to talk about. Let's jump into some fun stuff with some movie trailers. First off, I saw the Ford versus Ferrari trailer, okay? It looks like it's going to be pretty interesting. I dig Christian Bale. I like Matt Damon. Babe, did you like the trailer when you saw it?
Absolutely.
It was an awesome trailer. You know what it reminded me of? It reminded me of that movie called Rush. Okay, I think it was with Chris Hemsworth, and it was kind of like that. But this is like a whole different thing where it's a very cool underdog story of automotive expertise. If you pay attention to the trailer, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. So Ford versus Ferrari looks like it's going to be a pretty interesting movie to check out. Love those two actors. Great in a lot of the work like I'm in acting. A lot of the work that they've showed in the movies such as The Informant and Reign of Fire. Those are the ones that really lock it in for me with those two actors. So this film seems like it's going to be a real bit of a snooty piece of work. I don't know why I went into that, but I felt like that's the kind of movie and the seriousness of the film that exudes. Other film that dropped a trailer, okay, in weeks past is Rambo: Last Blood. Sylvester Stallone is not going to give up, okay? This is the last blood. How many movies have the word last in it? And it ends up maybe not even being the last. There's got to be a few movies. Yeah, a lot of them. I'll pull them up. I'll pull up each and every one of them. But there's a lot. But apparently, this is the last blood of Sylvester Stallone. So after this, there will be no more blood, as it is the last of the blood. You think Stallone's going to be like, hey, this is going to be the last blood. I know this time around it's going to not be the last blood, but this is probably going to be the last blood of the trailer. And most of the trailers just him going, it was like almost Schwarzenegger, but man, they tied it in with the Lil Nas X, and they made it work, and it was great trailer. So shout out to Stallone for busting out another Rambo flickerino. Gonna probably check it out. And listen, these action films, okay, a lot of high tension, especially when you got Christian Bale, when you got somebody like Matt, you got cars, and on top of that, you got Sylvester Stallone blowing heads off. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's time for a bubble break. Oh, a lot of flickers, a lot of flickers, a lot of stuff, lot more stuff to talk about because it's cool because this is one of those episodes where it's a bit back end heavy. It may require 2 bubble breaks. You ever be in one of those situations where you need to ease a bit of the tension? It's a little stuffy in here, Blow bubbles. That's what I say, Oh man, that one came out like a big group. That was awesome. Like an orb of bubblemessness. I really gotta talk more into the microphone when I do the bubble break. All right, back from the bubble break. Congratulations to Andy Ruiz Jr. You beat the shit out of that one dude, Shepard. Was it Shepard, right? Joshua Shepard, yeah. Beat the shit out of him, becoming the first Mexican heavyweight champion. Congratulations. That's an amazing feat, Just hold on, defend the title. Maybe he lost to him because of Drake. Maybe he has that whole Drake curse. That's the word with the Drake curse, right? Is that if Drake?
Anthony Joshua.
What was that?
His name is Anthony Joshua.
Anthony Joshua, and the other guy's name is Andy Ruiz. But the whole thing was the Drake curse or something like that. Is what they're saying is the reason why Ruiz won.
Yeah, because when you take a picture with Drake, you're cursed.
Is that a thing?
Yeah, it's called the Drake curse.
No.
Yeah.
That's crazy. So what happens if I take a picture with Drake?
You probably are gonna run out of bubbles.
Oh, then I shouldn't take a picture with Drake. How do you think Drake's from Toronto? He's in the headlines right now because it's the playoffs. We're in the middle of the playoffs, but Drake he's going there on the sideline. He was wearing that other Curry jersey. I saw him wearing it. I think it's funny because we were talking about Drake talking to Stephen Curry and just being there on the sidelines and just going crazy, for his Raptors and everything like that. And if you've seen my stand-up, I have a bit about the Toronto Raptors, about the team, especially since now, they're in the playoff run for the finals. We were talking about what would it be if Drake writes an album after the Raptors lose, because I was thinking, oh no, it would actually be a better album if they won. And Am quickly corrected me. It was just like, nah, man, Drake is a sad motherfucker. His album, if they lose, is gonna be that much better. If they lose, yo, can you believe that? The Raptors freaking lose now. What you gonna do it? Every single time the Raptors had a chance. It's like Drake, oh Drake, man. But that's pretty wild that's a thing. That the Drake curse. Interesting. So I'll video him. What about the video? He doesn't have a video curse. He has a photo curse, right? I'll record a snippet with him, a video instead, so I don't pick up on that Drake curse. They have a thing called the Madden curse. I don't know if that's still happening, but if you show up on the cover of a Madden NFL video game, you have like a rough season. I forgot. I think somebody broke the curse. I think somebody had a pretty decent season, but I heard something that was like flying around, and some people will be agreeing with me on that there was this thing called the Madden curse, and if you ended up being on the cover of Madden that year on the video game for EA, you had like a rough season or something like that, or you got like an injury or something like that. But I thought that was pretty cool. Actually, speaking of football, we were talking about the million-liked egg that beat out, was it Kylie Jenner?
Yeah.
And what was that? It was the most liked picture on Instagram. The most liked picture on Instagram was the egg, and apparently the egg, or the people that are responsible for the egg, have now bought Super Bowl airtime, that's great. If it's just 30 seconds, or hell, even 60 seconds, because if they got that kind of money, that's just fantastic. I heard a rumor that it might have been Hulu doing some sort of an advertisement ploy, but I'm just gonna believe that it's an egg. Am I right? It should just be an egg. You imagine you're just watching during the Super Bowl game a commercial for like the Hyundai Sonata, and then just an egg pops up on your screen for 60 seconds. No one's saying anything. It's just an egg for 60 seconds of airtime. That's it. It's a long time. It's a long time. And then for it just to be I think that's spectacular. I mean, what else can you ask of social media than to blow up an egg? Not like literally like blow up an egg, but if we can get a video of somebody blowing up an egg, that would be so cool if we could pull that up. But
they're casting farmers to get that right egg.
oh, they're casting farmers. I thought that you were doing castings for the eggs. Well, we did some of the auditions, and we thought that you embodied the egg, but you just weren't really what we were looking for. But that's cool. That's actually cool and ridiculous all at the same time, because it just likes nowadays. You don't know what's gonna get the most likes, and you really don't know what gets the most likes. In this case, an egg. There's moving on. There's an app that I discovered, was either on Instagram while I was scrolling or through Facebook, and I thought this app was hilarious with the animation, and it was super violent, but the way you play it, it has a very, like, it's called Mr. Bullet. And if I'm gonna pull up the footage, but it's like in no way a game that you would like give to like a child, because it's designed to be like, hey, this is Mr. Bullet. It's, it's like, and it's not even like a gun. You hear a gunshot, or you hear like the splatter of like the damage that the weapon has done. It's literally like a ba ba. That's it. You don't even hear. Oh yeah, and then all the sound effects are like like that. That's all you hear is the ba and that's it. You wouldn't even hear the but you see droplets, little spots, little like animated droplets of of like human liquid and blood, and it's just like coming out, and you're just like, oh my goodness, this game is so violent and yet so childlike in its simplicity. Like the animation is just like, oh yeah, this is a little game that you could just play, and it's just like you're doing terrible, horrific things to people in this game, and you make it seem so like, no big deal. Mr. Bullet, get it free, download it off of your Google Play Store. Oh man, whatever, man. Listen, they just cranked out the Call of Duty Modern Warfare trailer recently, and I know that they're coming out with E3 very soon. So a simple little app ain't got nothing on these like very realistic, like, we're gonna go down, get down, go down, get down, get down. Those kind of games. Like, I've seen Modern Warfare, and geez Louise, that shit's crazy. But on to the last of the topics, the Space Hotel. Heard about this. I forgot who it was that I spoke to about it. But the Space Hotel is happening. They're flying out rich families. I think I heard it in my bodega. That's basically where I heard them talk about the Space Hotel. And where else are you going to talk about the Space Hotel than inside of a bodega while they're making you a chopped cheese? That's exactly what I had heard. It's like all these rich people that have enough money or enough income, they have every right to book out a hotel room at the Space Hotel. And it's going to be like in orbit. It's going to be out and past, it's going to be right next to Thanos' spaceship. It's going to probably float next to some satellite. Babe, would you like to stay at the Space Hotel?
Yes, I want to fuck on the moon.
She wants to fuck on the moon, y'all. I'm down with that. On the real, what do you think the nightly rate is at the Space Hotel?
I think it's probably gonna be like $500.
$500 a night at the Space Hotel. Let me start things off by saying they're flying you to space.
Yeah, so the flight probably costs more.
The gas alone is $350.
You're gonna be floating from here. That's gonna be that expensive.
I think that you're not even processing what it is to be in space, to go with other people into space, and then just walk up to a front desk and they'll be like, let me get a credit card and ID for incidentals. That's just, it blows my mind. I'm looking forward to it, and I think it's going to happen in a couple of years. And on that note, I think I might go get a chopped cheese. I don't know. I'm debating it. Maybe I might go do that. But that's the stuff that popped off last week. I had a lot of cool, interesting things to talk about with you guys here today. Just to let you know, you could always follow us here at the DDR podcast. Shout out to the lovely, the beautiful Anne-Marie Lee in the green room. Let me hear you. And you know how it is. Follow me at David Funny Stuff. Get your polar bear titties. Get your merch. Check out the show dates. Follow us on the Instagram, the Twitter, and the Facebook, on the social media. Peace.